pelvis and ureter. Ureter, it goes to the urinary bladder and it has three parts. This is on true pelvis, and it is linea terminalis. First part of ureter, that is from the beginning to linea terminalis, that is abdominal part. Then below from linea terminalis in pelvis, it is pars pelvina. And last part, it is in the wall of the urinary bladder, that is pars intramuralis, pars intramuralis. And it opens into the urinary bladder. It has constrictions of ureter. First in the beginning, that is in place where pelvis renalis continues into ureter. Second constriction in place where it's attached to linea terminalis. We have constriction on the distance of pars pelvina, and last constriction in pars intramuralis. And flexura. Flexura renalis, here it is, flexura marginalis, and flexura vesicalis, ureter has a retroperitoneal position, the same like kidney, and wall of ureter has three coats. External coat is adventitia, middle layer is muscular, and muscular coat has two layers, longitudinal and circular. In wall of urinary bladder, ureter has pars intramuralis has three layers, two longitudinal and one circular. External, internal, longitudinal, and middle layer is circular. And inner coat, that is mucous membrane. Topography. In abdominal cavity, ureter, it is behind of peritoneum in space between anterior and posterior layer of fascia renalis. It passes behind of descendens colon on the left side and ascendens colon on the right side, and it passes, here it is, look here, this is aorta, and inferior vena cava inferior on the right side, that is aorta, and here it is inferior vena cava. And aorta subdivides into common iliac arteries, and common iliac subdivides into internal and external iliac. And ureter, it passes, and here it is the same vein, internal iliac, common iliac, internal and external iliac vein. And ureter, it passes in front, anteriorly, in front of these vessels. Common iliac artery and vein, they are behind of ureter. In female, in true pelvis, ureter passes near of free border of the ovary, and it goes at the base of broad ligament and laterally from the neck of the uterus. And it is necessary to remember, because in time of operation in uterus, sometimes that is mistake of doctor if you cut ureter in time of operation in uterus, because ureter passes near of neck of the uterus and near of ovary, and then in oblique direction passes through urinary bladder and opens into the bladder. Next, urinary bladder. Urinary bladder has apex, superiorly apex of urinary bladder, then body. And base, and neck, cervix. And cervix of urinary bladder continues into urethra. Clear it is. This is ureter, and urinary bladder has three layers. External coat is peritoneum, It has extraperitoneal position because, look here, this is pubic symphysis, that is urinary bladder, that is urethra, and here we have, in female, this is uterus, and this is rectum and excavatio
Recto-vesical.
Vesica uterino in female, in male, recto vesicalis. That is why posterior wall of bladder supplies with peritoneum, and then, yes, extraperitoneal position, and then from apex of urinary bladder, peritoneum goes to anterior abdominal wall. You already know this. The muscular coat has 3 layers, and mucous membrane has telesubmucosa, and it has folds, except triangle of bladder. That is apex of triangle in the beginning of urethra, and base of triangle, that is fold between openings of ureters. This is interureteric fold, plica interureterica, and this triangle have not got folds. All another surface of urinary bladder has a lot of folds except triangle. Here folds are absent because here is absent telesubmucosa. Muscular coat of urinary bladder has specific name, that is expelling urine muscle, musculus detrusor urina. Musculus detrusor urina. That is 3 layers of muscular coat makes this muscle, expelling urine muscle. And in the beginning of urethra, here we have internal sphincter, musculus sphincter urethra internum. This internal sphincter is involuntary because it makes with the smooth muscles. And in place where urethra passes through urogenital muscles of urogenital region, this muscle, that is deep transverse muscle, musculus transversus Pyrenei profundus, and this muscle surround urethra and makes here voluntary sphincter, musculus sphincter urethra externum. In male urethra, additional sphincter, that is smooth muscles of prostate gland. That is, we have another sphincter. But in female, only internal involuntary and external voluntary sphincter. We will speak about male urethra together with male genital organs. Today, only female. Female urethra is 3-4 centimeters and opens into vestibulum vagina, that is space between labia pudenzi minora. And I already said about 2 sphincters, internal and external. My diagrams only for your understanding, not necessary to draw. There is no diagrams in next classes. What we can see here is it male or female bladder? This is male urinary bladder because this is prostate. That is male urethra. But we will discuss it in after 2 classes together with male genital organs. That is urinary bladder. It is apex, body, base, and base continues into the neck. Impossible to see neck because here prostate is inside of prostate. This is ureter. That is pars pelvina, and in place where ureter passes through urinary bladder, we speak about pars intramuralis. This is deferent duct and seminal vesicles. Today, the same, it is not so interesting because they are genital organs. And it is also male urinary bladder because this is prostate, and this is seminal vesicle. Only here is a bladder, urinary bladder, apex, body, base, and base, here we got it. This is neck, and from neck start ureter. This is triangle. I want to explain triangle. Here you can see in fundus, this place where folds are absent. That is trigonum vesica, and base of this triangle, that is plica interureterica. Behind of this fold we have fossa retraureterica, and here it is. We try to see opening of ureter. It opens into the urinary bladder in this place. It is not so like here. This is opening of left ureter, and at this side should be opening of right. It is. This is opening of ureter here, and should be here. Not so easy to find opening of where ureter opens, and between these two openings, that is interureteric fold. And on the apex of triangle here, this is beginning of ureter. That is also bladder, but here it is neck of the bladder, and here it is beginning of ureter. Ureter, here it is broken. Here should be ureter. That is part of ureter.
કાપેલું છે જેને અંદરની સરફેસ જોવી કે નહીં આપણે
That is all. Ureter, urinary bladder, and female ureter.